Morning guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're doing some Lexus alloys. I'm doing a couple at a time. It's a hybrid and there's nowhere really legit for me to put the axle stands. I'm leaving it on the jacks, an axle stand underneath it just in case. We've not got mega damage on these, but we're going for a colour change on the faces. The customer wants the faces done, and we're doing it in BMW Space Grey on the faces. So let me get the air out of these, break the beads, and I'll show you what we're doing and we'll crack on. See you in a mo. There we go guys, we're ready to start prepping. These have been done before, and these are, oh, I can get it done cheaper wheels. And as you can see, there's all sorts of issues going on here. Every wheel's the same, you can see all that. Got sanding marks in it and chunks of took. The damage is relatively straightforward, little DA marks in that as well, bubbling, cracked, wobbling paint, runs galore, more runs over here, all scored up in now. This is the things you come up against. Unfortunately, I have learned very quickly. This is a very cutthroat industry, wheels. I had a customer I quoted yesterday, set of ST alloys, multi spokes, can't speak, and my price for a full set of wheels is from 300 quid really, and I quoted him 350 to do in and out, full colour change, and he said, oh, I've been quoted 220. I was like, this is what 220 gets you. I'm not working for 220 in and out. These are not in and out, this is faces only, but there's people out there. I'm not slating anyone's work, I'm just saying people work for different amounts of money, and I just explained to the guy, I said, I'm ever so sorry. I said, all you end up in is a massive race to the bottom. I know what I'm worth and I charge accordingly. I'm not the dearest out there, there's people a lot dearer than me, but I'm not the cheapest, and there are people running around there doing full sets of wheels for 200 quid, and I'm not being rude, that's just far too cheap for where I live. For down here, it was them prices 10 years ago. How can you compete? I mean, the equipment now, you must, not equipment, the products they must be using must be trash for that price, but it is what it is. Right, let's get these prepped, see you in a mo. Right, that's most of the corrosion dealt with, and all the other stuff. Still got paint runs and everything up there to deal with, but that's all by hand. There was a lot of corrosion on quite a few of the spokes, and on the lower pieces I've still got to deal with flaking paint inside the wheel, lug holes, round by the valve there, had loads of corrosion. I already knew all this. This is something I actually viewed these wheels before I said, you know, I'll sort them out. So yeah, that's the most of the harder bits removed. I'm going to get in there and do all the other bits by hand now. So yeah, let's crack on. Well, I'm an hour and a half in on this wheel. The customer's just come back. This is like a trade job basically, for one of my pals. It's his customer, but I've just showed him all the corrosion, and then we went to the car and I showed him this is just what we flaked off by hand. So when you start sanding bits like this, it's all going to chip off, and I just showed him the rest of the car. All of the wheels are the same, all flaking off. This has been done so poorly. I've just literally said to him, I'm not bailing out. I said, listen, this is not going to last. I'm not warranting this job. I said, I'm an hour and a half odd in on this wheel, and I said, these are clearly not been done right. I know wheels corrode regardless, but the sheer amount of times these have been done and the sanding marks in all this crap, this is lifted because it hasn't been done right. So he's speaking to the customer now. These really need to go get sandblasted off and acid dipped. This is the reality of this. Yeah, so I'll update you in a mo. Well, what's a day? Well, that's a bit close. It's the only place I got to put my GoPro. Yeah, what do you do? There's no way I'm carrying on with them. It's not me that like stopped the job. When my mate looked, he's like, what the hell? I was like, yeah. I said, and this was the wheel I was working on. I said, it's bad, but it's not like the worst I've seen. It's going to be long, don't get me wrong. And he went, the other ones look terrible. So he went and started picking at it with his finger, and then yeah, it just all started flaking off. And then we went and looked on the car, the other ones, it's yeah, it was just one of them where I said to him, listen, I know for a fact all this needs to come off, got to be done right, you got to blast that and acid dip it. I said, there's no point me lashing this up. I said it might last a week, a month, nobody knows, a year maybe, don't know, but I said I can't warranty that, and I certainly can't spend 2 to 3 hours on a wheel. It's just not economical to do so, like financially sort of thing. So he said no, he said sod that. He said I'll tell him it's got to go and get blasted and acid dipped and powder coated, he said, I didn't really look too much, and I said to him, well look, I looked at them, but I see the rubbish paint, but I didn't know it was all delaminating underneath and the corrosion and everything. So it's kind of one of them. I'm presuming I'm going to come across it, and I just said, look, we'll just put them back on the car and he can go and get them blasted. There's no way that I'm doing, for that money, there's no way I'm doing them, spending 2 or 3 hours on each wheel. No. And he's the one that told me to stop. So I was like, okay, does make sense. I think the owner's going to give us a drink for my time, but it's not paying the bills. What can you do? It's life. So these things happen. I'm going to go home. I haven't got anything else for the afternoon, so yeah, that's an easy day for me today. I think I'm going to go sort of a few bits out. Hopefully I will be able to make a successful video for you next week. I've tried three times to make a video actually this week. It is what it is. So yeah, this is not really a very good video, I'm afraid, and my camera's falling. So if you have watched to the end, massive thanks for watching, and we'll see you very soon on the next one, hopefully. Stay safe and be lucky.